Shalom, family. Shalom. Hold on 1 second. You know what time it is. It's another YLK live class. We about to get something going. Just give me a hot minute. We about to get right to it.
Shalom, family. Shalom. All praise to the Most High.
Oh, no, you're muted. My bad. Shalom, everybody. Shalom. What's up, Dayag? I see you in the building. Shalom. Y'all see everybody. Shout out to the people that's here. Yep, like, share, subscribe. Get our subscribers up. We letting people tap in real quick. Hey, if y'all wasn't here for the live class on Tuesday, y'all missed a show, boy. I tell you, the spirit, man. That
Right.
BRICS versus NATO in the EU, it was fire, man. All praise to the Most High. For real.
Yeah, go check that out. Shy.
No, for real. If you can, definitely check it back out. Shalom to the people that's in here. Tap in with us. Shalom, just getting these last little shares out, making sure everything good, and we about to get to it, man. Keep my thoughts together and everything. Now, talking about family.
Yeah. I'm about to share it.
We can get it going. Couple of ideas, man. That's crazy. Wonder where Brother Kanye. I know he gonna pop up out of nowhere real quick. Shalom. Hope everybody feeling good, man. I don't know if y'all can tell, man. It's definitely some stuff going on through the spirit, man. Just how I feel,
Man.
like body, everything. Like, man, I'm just, whew, the Lord, man. He doing something for real. He doing some work right now. He doing the work right now, man. I tell you.
Get this link.
1 sec. Oh, I need the NIV. I need the NLT for this one. I'm putting a couple of my presets to the side real quick too. A couple little things. Shalom, as everybody's in here. I ain't looking at the chat right now. Let everybody, all my late people get in here. You know how we do. We back again, y'all.
That's right.
We back again. Yep. The chat, I don't know you monitoring the chat. Just putting a couple things to the side real quick. Guess that just was through the spirit for real the last time I did it. All right. Shalom, everybody. Shalom. Oh, Kanye, my bad. I know you in here. Let me drop this link in the chat real quick. And then I'm about to salute in, man. So first and foremost, I want to say, call HALAL, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, Yahawashi. That's all praise to the Most High God, whose real name is Yahawah. We do so in the name of his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, whose real name is Yahawashi, Mashiach in the Paleo Hebrew. I'm your brother, Atazian Yahawah, and we are Yahawah's law keepers, a.k.a. YLK. And I'm here, my brother.
Shabi Yahawah, man. All praise to the Most High, like the brother said. YLK, Yahawah's law keepers. Like the brother said, you feel me? The people in the building, y'all the law keepers as well, man. Lord willing, we all a part of that number. to be redeemed out of the Babylon the Great. Because this place is what this place is, man. So all praise to the Most High.
Man, that is right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
Shalom, family. Shalom.
Shalom,
Praise
Key.
Shalom. Hey, Kanye, you remember what verses I had you pull at camp? Do you remember?
Nah, not all the way. I'm gonna be honest with you. No,
I know it was Timothy. I'm trying to think that I had you pull one in Titus.
it was. It was. What is it? 2 and 7.
I think that was right too.
I got the one in Timothy in Corinthians.
And Corinthians. I know you got the one in Corinthians. I know we started with Romans too, because I'm gonna definitely start there. You know what I mean? And to be honest, because I be lagging, like I do, I love to break stuff down. But if one of y'all, I need somebody just to really be shit. We about to treat this like camp for real until the person gets turn or whatever. But for me, I didn't even. That's what I was asking. I think I froze a little bit right then.
You did.
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what's up with my Wi-Fi, man. But if somebody could be the one pull it up. Shalom to the severed. I see you in the building. Shalom, everybody. Shalom to my Judite, Gadite, Rashad.
Man.
You know what I mean? But we about to get going, man. As you see, so the title for tonight is "We Are to Be Ambassadors for the Lord." Right? What does that mean? The people that's out here, the true believers, the people that's out here doing the work, the people that's out here shining their light in any way, shape, or form, you are to be an example of who the Lord is in heaven. You're supposed to be that example down here on earth. What type of way are you supposed to be speaking? How are you supposed to be carrying yourself? How are you supposed to be treating your people? How are you shining your light to make people want to get to know God, to get closer to God? And that's who you are supposed to be. You are supposed to be an example, an ambassador. You're supposed to be who everybody needs. So real quick, I'll actually get this one real quick, but I'm just start off. But if somebody can start sharing their screen with certain ones, but I'm gonna get this one. Y'all can get y'all's ready, but I just want to get it just because I don't see none of y'all got y'all's ready. But I'm gonna start really right. We're here because I believe we started with this with Kent, right? So Romans 12, dedicated service, right? So I beseech you. This is Romans 12 from the top. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, right? Present yourself before God. You have to be holy to be in the presence of God. And it literally tells you, bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service, right? In verse 2, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. So you really have to be transferred to the point where you coming out of the flesh. You're not even yourself anymore. You are allowing God to just use you and just be on autopilot, to be that example. But you have to present your body a certain way. You have to be refined, man. And you're going to be through the fire. And, the closer you get to God, like I said, when you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, man. Somebody want to get that real quick. I'm about to actually remove my screen and allow y'all to pull a lot of the stuff out real quick. This is you on here now, Shab. And if you can, but definitely need that because I'm like, it goes hand in hand. This is what we're supposed to do because to get close to the Lord, even like prove a friend, like you have to prove a friend and we have to prove ourselves to the Lord that we are even worthy. It said, we have to make our calling and our election sure. Work our due diligence. We owe it to ourselves and we owe it to our God because whether people believe it's a God or not, every single one of us, I always like to emphasize this. All of us are here. We have names. We have tribes. None of us. But somehow we here.
You have froze. So you
what's the last thing you heard?
Oh. So you started to talk for real.
Dang. So what I was saying is, what I like to say is, like people that may believe in God or may not, but I always look at the example. Like we're here. None of us asked to be here. We have faith. We have race. We have all these other things. This unique place. We have a family. The place we're born in. But none of us asked to even be here. You know what I mean? But somehow we exist. And it's not of our own doing. We were literally placed here. And everything, not only us being here, but what we're doing. The type of things that we're into. The people that, the teachers, prophets, whatever you are. Even if you're wicked. You were placed here to be the wicked. Regardless. So, you know what I mean? For the ones that feel like they are a chosen one, that they are a part of that elect, what would the elect be doing? They would be making their bodies a living sacrifice, and getting closer to God. They would be enduring temptation. But you could bring that out real quick, Shab, at any points you got. I just wanted to start off with that. You know how we do.
Just the book of Sirach, chapter 2, from the top in the GNT. It says, faithfulness to God. Verse 2, and it reads, chapter 2, and it reads, my child, if you are going to serve the Lord, be prepared for times when you will be put to the test. Be sincere and determined. Keep calm when trouble comes.
See? What translation is that?
That's a GNT.
That's a GNT. Okay, I know it's a little different. Okay, that's what's up.
It says, stay with Yahawah, never abandon him, and you will be prosperous at the end of your days. Except whatever happens to you, even if you suffer humiliation, be patient. Gold is tested by fire, and human character is tested in the furnace of humiliation. Trust the Lord, and he will help you walk straight in his ways and put your hope in him. So like the brother was saying, this is us presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice, giving it all to the Most High God, being patient, and don't abandon him, because he's always gonna prosper. Make prosperous the righteous. You feel what I'm saying? The people that trust in him, right? All ye that fear the Lord, wait for him to show you his mercy. Do not turn away from him, or you will fall.
Yeah.
All you that fear the Lord, trust in him, and you will certainly be rewarded. All you that fear the Lord, look forward to his blessings of mercy and eternal happiness, right? Because we know that the Most High cannot fail anything. You feel what I mean? Men can. Anything that's created can fail you, but the Most High God can't. This is why he is our refuge, right? And I just wanted to bring this out.
Bring
It's
it
the book
out.
of Psalm chapter 94 and verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? You feel what I mean? Us being ambassadors, we have to be these people. We got to be the ones that correct our brothers and our sisters when they going off or living a lifestyle that they're not supposed to be living, right? And that goes with that Ezekiel 3:17. Ultimately, we are a watchman to our people. We are the watchtower. You feel what I mean? We are blowing the horn, letting people know that what's coming and what you're supposed to be doing in these last days, because it's about to get real out here for the workers of iniquity and the evildoers. So we got to be the ambassadors. We got to stand right for the law of God in these last days, because who will? You feel what I mean?
My jump was definitely freezing, but no, good fire.
I got one more. Just the book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 13 says, ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt has lost its savor, where shall it be salted? So imagine you trying to season some chicken with some seasoned salt, some onion powder, some garlic powder, some paprika, black pepper. You feel what I mean? But none of this stuff is giving it flavor. What is that salt for? You feel what I'm saying? It's us, it's the Israelites with the wisdom and the law. That's what our salt is. When we got the wisdom and the knowledge of the law, and the knowledge of the Bible and the scriptures and prophecy, our salt, our wisdom is worth something, right? But look, it says, if it is thenceforth good for nothing but to be cast out and to be trodden under the foot of men. This is what happened to us. This is what happened to the Israelites. We have been cast out of our land, and we have been trodden under the foot of heathens, right? It says, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and give of light unto all that are in the house, right? Like I say, we are that watchman. We're on that watchtower. And what if that light on that watchtower go out? What is it worth? You feel what I mean? We got to let our light shine, right? Like you say, verse 16, let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father, which is in heaven. This is the whole thing. This is how we stand up against the evildoers, by letting our people know that we are God's chosen people. We got to come back to God and keep his laws, his commandments, and have faith in his only begotten son, Hamashiach Yahawashi.
That's right.
This is, we put our bodies as a living sacrifice, right? Because we know people hate the truth. You feel what I'm saying? It's going to come a time where people are going to try to persecute people for teaching the commandments of God, for letting people know that America is getting destroyed. You feel what I mean? But you got to have your body as a living sacrifice, man.
That's right, bro. That is right. That is right, man, for real. Because, like, I know a lot of stuff at YLK. We love to talk because, understand that the Yahawashi is the spirit of prophecy, right? So we want to show you what's going on. We want you to be alert, right? And me and brother was discussing this. Like, we definitely want you to know what's coming. But now this is about how you should present yourself to prepare for what's to come. We have to show you the whole thing. You have to you have to know what's coming and then what moves to make next. You know what I mean? In order to get yourselves in alignment with God, because we are going into a time of judgment. I know people have been saying it. I know you've been hearing our grandparents and all this other stuff say that we are in the last days, but this is clearly very evident that we are in the last days, and it's high time. This is the time to get it right now. So, like I said, you should be presenting yourself, presenting your body to be that living sacrifice, to be the best version of yourself you can be, man. And, really try to be an ambassador for the Lord. And what does that mean? And what does that look like? You know what I mean? So if you can actually pull, or one of y'all, I need Titus 2:7. And then if you got that Timothy 2, but I need that 1 Timothy 4. If you got that, you can get that. And then I need Titus 2:7 in the NLT. I need both of these in NLT. And then we're going to say that, that Corinthians for that end. So much.
You see Corinthians, it's 4?
1 Timothy.
Oh, you want this first?
4. Yeah, I'm on 1 Timothy 4 first.
All right,
we're going to say Corinthians for last because it's so much.
Yeah.
1 Timothy 4, you got the NLT. Y'all start at 12 and just read down. Really just read from 12 on down.
Just KJV, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I need the NLT, boy. I ain't gonna lie. The NLT, it says some stuff a little different. Yes, sir. Let's see this.
All right, bet. Just
started 11. Started 11. Damn.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 4, verse 11. Teach these things and insist that everyone learn them. Don't let anyone think less of you because you are young. Be an example to all believers in what you say and the way you live, in your love, your faith, and your purity. Until I get there, focus on reading. You want to say something?
No, I'm just saying that's what exactly the ambassador is, being an example in all ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, and believe what you say, how you live, in your love, which we know that love is an action, in your faith, how you believe, and in your purity, just your whole walk, being blameless. All these things you have to be an example so somebody can look like, okay, that's a man of the Lord, or that's a woman of God. She's humble, she's submissive, she's loving, she's doing all these things, she's in order. People need to be able to see examples, because it's messed up with our people. They only believe, certain things they see. But you have to have faith. So with our faith, we have to show examples too. But you keep going, bro.
God, that's right. That's a fact. It says verse 13. Until I get there, focus on reading the scriptures to the church, encouraging the believers and teaching them. Do not neglect the spiritual gift you received through the prophecies spoken over you when the elders of the church laid their hands on you. Give your complete attention to these matters. Throw yourself into tasks so that everyone will see your progress. Keep a close watch on how you live, on your teaching, and on your teaching. Stay true to what is right for the sake of your salvation and the salvation of those who hear you.
You see what I'm saying? And this damn, they're speaking like Ezekiel at the same time, because at the same time we helping people, we saving ourselves at the same time, being that example. Like what I said, we always say the quote, and I don't like to say certain shit. People be worried about the wrong shit. This is the time. But that freeze or that you freeze? I seen yours freeze a little bit. I didn't know that was me or what.
You have froze a little bit, but I heard everything you said.
Oh yeah, so I said people be worried about the wrong shit. So right now, what things should you be worried about? All of this, it should be a daily practice. Like you said, do not neglect the spiritual gift. Whether having the ears and eyes to see and ears to hear, that's a spiritual gift, because everybody can't receive all these words. They can't receive that we're at the end of the days. They can't receive that so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the Hebrew Israelites. They can't receive the message and just all of this. So that's a spiritual gift. Even through the prophecy spoken, he said this will happen. Give your complete attention to these matters. Throw yourself into he said throw yourself into it. That means put everything into it. If you throw yourself into it, you are engulfed in it. Anything you throw yourself into, you are all in. You can't have as, you can't look back, you can't be one foot in, lukewarm, any of that. You know what I mean? They say keep a close watch on how you live and your teaching. So you have to be an example by when you look at it, then you have to watch what you speak in. Because you might be living a certain way, you might be doing good, but then you might be teaching somebody that's giving them stumbling blocks, then what? You're still going to be accounted for that. So literally, like this whole part right here, it literally speaks to, you know, that Ezekiel, which I think I did have Kanye bring that out, but I just want to show like this is being an example or an ambassador of who Yahawah is. This is how we as law keepers, as believers, as the children of Israel, the children of God, supposed to live, right? That's how we're supposed to be. You can get that Titus real quick too, and then, you know, Kaya, you already don't hesitate to any time to step in.
I just want to touch on this. Why it said, throw yourself into your task so that everyone will see your progress, right? So that's talking about building upon your talents. That's talking about building upon your talents. Don't let your talents go to waste. And to say, keep it, like you say, keep a close watch on your teaching, right? People out here saying Gentiles can be saved and this and that. And man, it's just a whole bunch of stuff that people got to watch what they say. Like, if they don't line up with prophecy and all of these things, you shouldn't be saying it. You get what I mean? You said you wanted Titus 2?
Titus 2. Matter of fact, yeah, started verse 1 and read now to verse 8. Stop exactly at verse 8. Because it's, I mean, this is what we're supposed to do. Because remember what I always say? Everybody's a teacher, Shab. Everybody's a teacher, and whether it be good or bad, any room you go in or anybody you encounter, if you're a smart person, you should be learning something from them, either how to be or how not to be, but you should be learning something. And shout out to everybody that's in here. Shout out to everybody. Please get our lights up, tap in, show some love, because we out here doing this love for y'all, as we said, what we supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? You got the NLT though?
Yes, NLT.
NLT. All right, yeah, you can bring it out.
It's the book of Titus chapter 2 from the top. As for you, Titus, promote the kind of living that reflects wholesome teaching. Teach the older men to exercise self-control, to be worthy of respect, and to live wisely. They must have sound faith and be filled with love and patience. Similarly, teach the older women to live in a way that honors God. They must not slander others or be heavy drinkers. Instead, they should teach others what is good. These older women must train.
It doesn't even say don't be a drinker. It said don't be a heavy drinker. So, but right now in the times that we in, because the days are getting darker, is that really what you want to be focused on? You know what I mean? All this other stuff. So everything is not only about teaching, but it's living it and being that example. This is being an ambassador, all of these. So not only for the men, we showing the women what they should be doing too. You keep going though, bro. I just want to say
verse 4. These older women must train the younger women to love their husbands and their children, to live wisely and be pure, to work in their homes, to do good, and to be submissive to their husbands. Then they will not bring shame on the word of God. It says, in the same way, encourage the young men to live wisely, and you yourself must be an example to them by doing good works of every kind. Let everything you do reflect the integrity and seriousness of your teaching. Teach the truth so that your teaching can't be criticized. Then those who oppose us will be ashamed and have nothing bad to say about us.
No, this is self-explanatory. Everything you do, you have to walk it like you talk it. Everything. You can't be a hypocrite. You can't say one thing and then we be a hypocrite. Like, don't smoke, y'all. Don't eat pork. And then as soon as the live go off, you eating a pork chop sandwich and all that. No, we're gonna be examples. And the Most High said the people that do it, it's gonna be evident. You will recognize a tree by their fruits. So what type of tree are you? It's gonna be no hiding what type of tree you are once he finally come and bring the darkness, because all the lights, the people that have the light, that are the light, they're going to shine like the stars of the firmament. They're going to be this way. It said, teach the truth so that your teaching can't be criticized, because they will try to shame you. They're going to try to demonize you. They're going to try to say all type of lies about you. But Yahawashi said, blessed if they're doing these things, because it will be a filthy lie. Because if we know we're doing everything right, he said, then that those who will oppose you will be ashamed, because they really don't have nothing bad to say about you. It would have to be a lie. It would have to be a lie. You're like, bro, this is too good of a brother or too good of a sister to be out here. No, she not doing this. She ain't no sexy red type stuff. No, that brother not out here trying to sleep with men, brothers' wives. No, it can't be. Not him, not Shab, not Kanya. There's no way. You know what I mean? It was for itself, bro. And that's what literally being the ambassador is. And this was for the men and the women. So the women is in here, shalom to y'all. This is type of women you're supposed to be, working them house, submissive to them husbands. No, women hate to hear that word submissive, but if you got the right spirit on you, if you're a woman of God, Y'all in the type of control you already have for a man by being submissive. Because you make a nigga, well, he want to do stuff for you. You're like, damn, okay, she doing this and make you want to get right. When she's doing loving, it's like, oh, you think you about to do this? And I would just want to say this last point. So the thing about, with our people, so-called black people, they love to keep that same energy when it's negative, but they never want to do it when it's positive. Why we can't keep that same energy like, shit, bro, fed me yesterday, nigga. I'm about to, oh, you thought you showed me up with that little hibachi you got me, nigga? We about to go sit down somewhere else. Or your girl, like she did a nice thing for you, massage you or something, whatever. Now she might have a backache today. I'm gonna blow you up. That's the way we supposed to do it.
Yep.
Keep that same energy. Should not just be in a negative way. It should be in a positive way. And that's how you be that example. And you know what I mean? That little point. I know we got a couple other things. I didn't know if Kaya really had something else. Got that Corinthians too, but I know.
Yeah, I got something. I got something for sure.
Got something in between. Because Shab, that Corinthians is about to be like down there. 2 chapters of that almost, but you go switch you out in there, Shab. You can get that one ready. Start at 5 and 20.
Yeah, but like the brother was saying, man, like we going into these last days, and it's just a certain way you have to carry yourself. You are a representation of the Most High God. Like, and with the brother Shab, he brought out that Matthew 5. Like, we are the light. We supposed to be portraying that light to the world, that they see our good works and they give glory unto our Father which is in heaven. That's what this is all about. It's not about us. It's not about how righteous we are trying to portray ourselves. It's about giving glory back to the Most High God. It's about reverting everything to Him. You know what I'm saying? Because He's the one that gave it to us. He's the one that put it on our spirits to be keeping these commandments, going out teaching our people, just being that light. So it's not about us. All right, and I just want to bring this out. Just going into these last days, this is what our minds need to be. You know what I'm saying? This is where our mind needs to be. All right, this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 13. Chapter 14, verse 13. Slack you. It says, now therefore set thine house in order. Right, and you see, off rip, he's telling you, set your house in order. Like, get your internal affairs correct first. Get you correct first. Don't go out trying to tell people how to be righteous or how to follow God, but then you're not doing it. Right. It says, and reprove thy people, and comfort such of them that be in trouble, and now renounce corruption. So it's steps to this. Get you together first. Go out, preach, and try to get your people. You know what I'm saying? You got to correct you first, then get to your people. Verse 14, it says, let go from the mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. And it's like, this is part of that process of being that light, because how are you going to be a light if you concerned about everything else that the world is concerned? You concerned what the darkness is concerned about. You the light. We understand what the end game is. We understand that the Most High is protecting, and God knows that He is set up from the foundation of the earth, you know what I'm saying, to make it. So it's like, if you understand that we are supposed to be the light, you have nothing to worry about. Your cares and your worries, or not even worries, but your thoughts are supposed to be on the Most High, not this world. That's also a part of it too. It's like the physical representation too, but what are you thinking? What is in your spirit? All right. Verse 15, it says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. Because this, like you said, it's getting darker. These times are getting darker. It's cold. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot more evil running around. And as that light, you need to be that beacon. Like, hey, we with the Lord. We ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Right. We keep the commandments, having faith. We ain't got nothing to worry about. You need to be on this side with us. All right. I got one more real quick.
Bring it out.
This is the book of James, chapter 4 and verse 7. It says, submit yourselves therefore to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Oh, sorry. It says, draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. It's like, as much as how do I say this? Because this is gonna ruffle some feathers, right? Because a lot of people want to portray themselves as if they're righteous. They want to, have the outward appearance, but it's like, again, what's in your spirit? Because I'm gonna put it on the floor. I don't care. Like Christians are the number one, you know what I'm saying? The number one culprits when it comes to this. They want to portray themselves as if they're righteous, if they that beacon of light that they with God, but then behind closed doors, they doing all manner of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be that. You're the light of the Most High Yahawah. You have to be, like the brother said, you have to be living this. This is something that is day to day, every day. You feel me? You can't. It's not part time. You can't just, oh, well, when the camera's rolling or when somebody sees me, I'm gonna have my fringes on. I'm gonna be keeping the commandments. But when I'm by myself, you know, nobody see nothing, so nobody gonna know. But God know. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna judge you for that.
That's right.
So this chapter, verse 9. It says, "Be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned into mourning and your joy into heaviness. Humble yourselves in the sight of Yahawah, and he shall lift you up." And this is what it's all about right here. Like going into these last days, remain humble and wait on the Most High. Like that Sirach 2 say. He gonna lift you up in due time, and you're gonna be better off than what you were before. You just got to make sure you trust in him, that you buckle down on your faith, and that you continue to move with that confidence that the Most High got you. It should be no doubt. There should be no doubt with you. But I'm gonna let brothers. We got one more.
No. I need you to pull something real quick while you look. I got you doing something for me real quick, because at the end of the day, like you said, being an ambassador of the Lord, we were commanded to do that. If you were true believers, the children of Israel were commanded to do that. Go to Deuteronomy 4. That's literally what we're supposed to do. This is in the law. So if y'all real law keepers, if y'all really believe in the word of God, we are commanded to do this. Go start at 4. Yeah. Deuteronomy 4, start at verse 4. It speaks for itself.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4 and verse 4. It says, But ye that did cleave unto Yahawah your power are alive, every one of you this day.
Right now. Everybody, and what's about to happen in future, the ones that make it out of here, that make it out alive, that make it through unscathed, because he said even the righteous shall be scarcely saved. We are going into a time of judgment. There's about to be so much death. It's only 1/3 of the people making it out of Babylon. You know what I mean? So 2/3, the majority is about to die. So that still fits right now. The people that's going to be being an ambassador, being an example, using his wisdom, using the gifts of God, because this is a gift from God. Wisdom is a gift from God. Knowledge, understanding, all this, right? So he said the people that are alive right now, even the ones that's here to receive it, because you can repent right now if you've been off. The ones that are alive to this day, cleaving unto the God, you are alive because of him until this day, right? But keep going. I just want to emphasize that point.
Verse 5 says, Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahawah my power commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. We shall hear all these statutes and say, Surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. It says, For what nation is there so great, who have God so nigh unto them, as Yahawah our power is in all things that we call upon him for?
Yeah. You see, they're going to be able to see it. That's being an example. It said by how we live. It said it's because of the law, statutes, and commandments. They're going to see that wisdom, that understanding. They're going to look like, wow, these people have God right there with them, so close to them. Like, you know what I mean? But what, you ain't get to 8 yet?
Not yet.
You look at that. Yeah, speak for us. Go ahead. Keep going.
Verse 8, it says, And what nation is there so great that have statutes and judgments so righteous as all this law which I set before you this day?
See, the Most High gave us the way, the way to shine our light, to be an example, to be ambassadors for him. That's what the nation of Israel is. That's what it means, that he made them holy, set apart to be examples, to have to come to the light. That's what all Israelites are supposed to be. And what's crazy is Israelite, like is real light. Like, you are the light. The Israelites are the light. You're supposed to be that way. You're supposed to be living examples and live by this word. Be an example. When people see it, they're supposed to be able to look at you and tell, like, God is nigh to them. And this is a commandment. This is in the law. This is the book of Deuteronomy and the Torah. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I mean, think about this last time when you were saying it, I'm like, damn, like, this is how we do it. This is what we're supposed to do. Be that example, be that ambassador, be, you know, God juniors. Like, that's who we are for real. You know what I mean? That's the point I really want you to have. I don't know. I know Shaw probably got some other stuff, and I definitely had him going into something too. But while he not here, I don't know if you had something else you want to pull real quick.
Yeah, I can pull something else real quick.
Go ahead real quick while we wait.
And just going on that point, it's just like we the point I was making earlier, like we understand that these good works and everything is not us. You feel me? It's not what we are doing, it's what the Most High is empowering us to do.
That's right.
We being that light and that beacon is ultimately giving that glory back to him. You know what I'm saying? And like the brother said, this is a gift, this is a talent, and we need to be doing something with it, right? But just on that point of just this, what the Most High has blessed you with doing now, going out teaching, having faith, keeping the commandments, is what's ultimately gonna get you saved. Because again, it's the Most High doing it. It's not you. You know what I'm saying? He's working through you, right? Let me bring this up. Yep. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 6. It says, even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder and powerful works and ending and effects and signs. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works, right? This is again about being the representative Salakia, of the Most High. It's like you're gonna see it. People are going to be able to see these things.
Yeah.
Right. It says, and by faith whereby ye have believed. So that's what grants you that salvation. The Most High has preordained you to be that beacon, to be that light. Right. And this should power you up, because that, like, literally this means that the Most High, since before the foundation of the world, way back whenever he had this idea that your spirit in these last days was going to be serving him and being that beacon of light in this gross darkness. That should boost your faith. Right. Verse 8, it says, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. So it's like I always say this, man. If this don't boost your faith and empower you, put that fire on you, I don't know what will. Because it literally says, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. Like he's handpicking. And we've been blessed with his Holy Spirit to be doing these works in these last days. Like, and this is where we need to be focusing on. How do we please the Most High? How do we continue to give him praise, not only with our mouth, and not only with just how we think, but our actions too. Other people perceive these, other people see these things, other people recognize them, even your family. Like you become a totally new creature. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what we need to be focused on these last days, because that's literally, like, again, like I said, this is a faith booster, man. And if you got something, brother,
I want you to pull Matthew 7 real quick. Can you get Matthew 7 and 15? I want you to pull that still, because it's giving me more time, but it made me think of this as well too. Because like you said, people are going to be able to see, like you said, by your faith and by your works. They're going to be seeing it. I know, and then we roughly spoke on this earlier, so it's like I want to just bring it just for edification's sake. Like I said, when y'all come to our class, we bringing out precepts, man. So y'all should be highlighting, taking notes of everything. If you're not, whether you super familiar or not familiar, we gonna let the Bible speak. You know what I mean? So that's what we gonna do. So this is how you get better. If y'all people in here checking it out, get your notes, man. Take some notes, highlight. But started you know where to start.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7 and verse 15. It says, beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. You shall know them by their fruits. Do man gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth forth, every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore, by their fruits shall you know them.
See, by their fruits you should know them. And then even to the point that Kanye brought out, whatever tree you are ordained to be that tree from the beginning. Before you don't have a choice in the matter. If you are a wicked person, you're a wicked seed, you're going to grow into a wicked tree. This is who God made you to be. And utterly, like you said, if you can't bring forth good fruit, you will be hewn down and cast into the lake of fire. But the people that are a good tree and the ones that's, supposed to make it that are part of the elect, he said, no matter what, you cannot be plucked out of his hand. If you're in the Lord's hand, if he got you, if you're a part of the elect, there's nothing you can do to not be a part of the elect. You know what I mean? But you're going to be able to recognize who the elect are by what they're doing. Not only what they're doing, but what they're speaking and how it goes hand in hand. You know what I mean? You have to pay attention to all these things. Look at all the fruits, because, what people speak, that's internally, that's what a man's spirit is. You know what I mean? So what type of conversations are you having? Are you the type of, even think about what type of friend you are on a different level? Are you the type of friend that friends will come to you and get good advice, good wisdom? Or, you know what I mean? Would you help talk your friend off a ledge? Or are you the friend that they call, you know what I mean? Because it's about knowing your personnel. Or are you the friend when somebody call, they know you about to tell them to crash out, do some dumb shit. Excuse my language, but you know what I mean? You ain't about to get nothing good from it and tell them to basically react in the flesh or anything like that. Or is they going to get spiritual conversation from you? They going to get love from you. They're gonna get wisdom. You know what I mean? Go ahead. It's really up for you. We was waiting on you anyway. I'm about to add you up right now. Go ahead.
Just the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 17. Do not ye yet understand that whatsoever enter in at the mouth goeth into the belly and cast out into the draught? But those things which proceeded out of the mouth forth, but those things which proceed out of the mouth come forth from the heart, and they defile the man. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashed hands, the hands defileth not a man. So like the brother was saying, your heart, whatever comes from your heart, which is your mind, aka your spirit, is what defiles you. Whatever you thinking, your evil thoughts about murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies, and etc. is what defiles you, right? It's not about, you got on 50 pairs of Zeets with 50,000 frames with two Mitris on, with bands and shit. That don't mean you
right. Crazy. Going crazy. They got everything. Elbow pads.
They got the garment down to the foot, and they got fringes at the bottom of that.
Dog, everything.
Not what make you righteous. You feel what I'm saying? Your spirit is what make you righteous. Are you in a contrite spirit? Do you repent? Are you sorry for the things that you have done? If you do fall or you stumble for talking out of turn or getting too loud or getting in your feelings or whatever it is, are you repenting and are you crying out to Yahawah to save you from this fleshly world and this fleshly body? Yeah. That's how our spirit's supposed to be, man. We're supposed to be humble, just as Yahawashi was. Yahawashi was a lamb, man.
No, real talk.
You weren't lying yet.
He wasn't lying yet. But I got another point on what you said. Like, no, you keep yours up. But like, even in that point, like when you talking about like, so like you said, people going out showcasing all these other things, like you said, 1,000 Zeets on all this other stuff. But or like not even on the sense of how you act towards people, but how are you acting when it's time for you to be accountable for things? When somebody is pointing out something that you did. I know a lot of brothers that have problems. A lot of brothers that have problems with that. They can't take a rebuking or in a sense when it's really supposed to be out of love or a chastening or tell them like, well, bro, you know you could have did this, bro. You know this wasn't the way. How are you in that? That exposes more about your spirit to me than a lot of things. Yep. How are you when it comes to correction? Because as a grown man, men are supposed to be accountable for their actions, for everything they've done. Take it on the chin, take it. And you know what? And people that don't be accountable for things, that's where snitches are born to me. Like when you do a crime or something like that, and niggas get the point, you don't want to be accountable for that. Well, it wasn't just me that robbed the bank. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh my God.
To tell everybody that type of spirit, you brothers in the world would have been snitches. You know what I mean? You would have been in somebody's paperwork because you can't even be accountable for your actions as a man or take a type of rebuking or any type of correction, not even a rebuke, because the word rebuke, it sounds a little bit, but just correction or just to holler at you as a bro, like, bro, you could have, even at camp, like you could have treated this sister better. You could have did this better. You could have treated your brother better. Get into it about small things, bro. We done seen some things and been in some councils where we like, what is going on? What is happening? When you thinking like, this is an all right brother, but then when you get to tell them and point out things or flaws or things that we all need to do, because that's what the Most High is doing. He's refining us. He's purifying us. He's getting the little kinks out. We all have little kinks that we may do in the flesh, but it's like, how do you act when those type of things are brought to you, man? And that's a big telltale of what type of spirit in your mind
That's
is.
right.
Like, we done seen it.
That's right.
That's what to say on
that. And that goes so deep because it's like it could be a multitude of things. Like it could either be pride, a brother could be effeminate, a brother can be lacking accountability, or you feel me? It just the list goes on and on. And this is why fasting and praying is so important. Like people probably don't fast enough. Probably try to never just do a regular fast out of a random weekday, not Day of Atonement or nothing. You get what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Praying, like, you feel me? This is why these things are necessary. This is why we have to humble ourselves before God, bro. You feel what I mean? Because people be puffed up coming from the world and just thinking only God can judge you type spirit. You feel what I mean? Basically, like, if you can't take correction from somebody and change your ways and be like, you right, then it's just like, it's impossible for you to grow.
It's literally impossible for you to grow. Literally. Like you said, that's one of the other ways to help you grow. Like you said, fasting, praying. How often do people stay away from their damn phone? How often do you just sit in silence and do nothing? Meditate, just sit in silence, allow your thoughts to sit here, or write your thoughts down and just sit still for a minute. Be still and know that the Lord is there, and just really sit there and think. Look at the sunset. You know what I mean? Sip out water, literally just sit and be silent. Nature. Anything, like put all the distractions and all the things down and really, like, you know what I mean, do things like that to allow your mind to free and goes always on social media, TV this, TV that, and it's a lot of different ways. Like you said, or how many people don't, fast outside of Day of Atonement? Niggas, why would I fast outside of that? You know what I mean? Even that too, bro. Look at that, what he said. And don't let you have a status or a rank and come into them because they have a high rank and think you can't tell them shit. And that's real talk. We just seen that happen too, where it's like, damn, I can't talk to you. Like, you know what I mean? As a brother, I didn't know I couldn't talk to you as a brother because you got some type of rank in a camp, an organization. At the end of the day, we try to have rank in Yahawah's army and Yahawah's kingdom. You know what I mean? For real.
Right. That's right.
For real. So you got, I know, brother Dom on here real quick. He said he got 2 questions. Matter of fact, we'll let you ask questions. Let me just get this last little Corinthians out, and then we got you. Shab, you can get that out real quick.
What verse you want me to start at? 16?
Start at 20 to me. Well, what 16? I didn't even see. I started.
It's not. I was trying to figure out which one.
You went a little bit further. Yeah. I think I had to start at 20.
It ain't saying much. Just the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 20. We are therefore Christ's ambassadors, as though God were making his appeal through us. We implore you on Christ's behalf, be reconciled to God.
That's exactly what we are doing. We're literally being ambassadors for the Lord as Christ was. That's exactly who he is. A perfect example. And we were supposed to look at him and try to emulate what he did. So we're doing it as on his example, as his voice. But keep going, bro. And then you're gonna go and right into the next chapter. All right.
Verse 21. God made him who had no sin to be sin for us, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God.
Yeah, you need Christ for everything, regardless. And he's the perfect example of how to be a good ambassador. So we got to follow in his steps, which we know we can't measure up to him, but we got to try. But keep going, man. Yeah, Don, we got you, bro. I got you.
It's the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 1. As God's co-workers, we urge you not to receive God's grace in vain. For he says, in the time of my favor, I heard you. And in the day of salvation, I helped you. I tell you, now is the time of God's favor. Now is the day of salvation. Verse 3. Put no stumbling block in anyone's path, so that our ministry will not be discredited. Rather, as servants of God, we commend ourselves in every way, in great endurance, in troubles, hardships, and distresses, in beatings, imprisonments, and riots, in hard work, sleepless nights, in hunger, in purity, understanding patience and kindness, in the Holy Spirit, in sincere love, in truthful speech, in the power of God, with weapons of righteousness in the right hand and in the left, through glory and dishonor, bad report and good report, genuine yet regarded as impostors, known, yet regarded as unknown, dying, and yet we live on, beaten, and yet not killed, sorrowful, yet always rejoicing, poor, yet making many rich, having nothing, and yet possessing everything.
Yeah, because we spiritually rich through the Spirit. So we acknowledging the Most High and being an example in every way you could think of, pretty much, like he said, through the Spirit, through the flesh, in every way you could think of, you have to be what God needs you to be in every way. He's about purity, understanding, patience, which all these things go back to the fruit of the Spirit, which that's why he said in the Holy Spirit, in sincere love, which means in sincere actions, in sincere showing it and being genuine, where you can feel and know, like, these people care about me, how they speak to me, how they handle me. In either hand, like you said, with weapons of righteousness in the right hand and in the left, not no carnal damn weapons. But you keep going, bro. I thought you pulled the NIV version. I thought you had the NLT of this because you read it.
Yeah, no, because for some reason my book read it differently. Like I think my book is really NIV.
Damn, okay.
It's like it confused it. Like I would put up an NLT, it don't say the same thing in my book,
got you.
but it's kind of closer in this one. That's why I pulled this one. I just compared them, but. But you want me to read it again from the top or from 3? Or
you can keep real because I mean the main parts, but I can't remember what you went to when we was there. What do you remember what you read to?
I think I stopped at 10.
Okay,
so. I mean, I can keep going, but I'm gonna keep going. Verse 11. We have spoken freely to you, Corinthians, and opened wide our hearts to you. We are not withholding our affection from you, but you are withholding yours from us. As a fair exchange, I speak as to my children. Open wide your hearts also.
See, so that's like not holding back. Just like you said, whatever you do, engulf yourself in it. That's let it go. Let your heart, wear your heart on your sleeve, give everything, but in every single thing, because like you said, rather as servants of God, commend ourselves in every way. He literally broke down so many ways. So as an ambassador of God, you have to commend yourself to God as a servant of God, as an ambassador of God, as a child of the Most High God, in every single way possible. Don't hold him back, giving it your all in everything, even when you're going through these things, like so things you're going through, and then and how to show it in these blessings with understanding and patience and kindness, because the Israelites are going through every type of atrocity you could think of, and we still have to hold on. We still have to recognize that God is on the throne, and we have to believe that he's going to get us out of it. If we're doing everything that we're supposed to do, he will not forsake us. Who said, who said trusted in the Lord and was forsaken or confounded? Nobody. Nobody. You can't be. It's impossible, because that will make God unjust, and we know that he is the most just and the righteous and everything. You know what I mean? So that's really it. That's all I got, unless y'all have something else.
Brother. You can go ahead, Kanya.
No, you're good. You're good, because I'm still getting this one precept real quick.
All praise to the Most High. And it's like through all of these things, Paul is showing us that we still have to move through the Spirit, even though he had to hard work, riots, and beatings, imprisonments. We have to be in purity, understanding, patience, and kindness in the Holy Spirit, and in sincere love and truthful speech, regardless of what you're going through, hardships, troubles, distresses. You still have to have integrity for the truth, which is being like Christ, right? Because Christ went through all these things. Christ was hungry on that cross. They gave him vinegar. You feel what I'm saying? They pulled up to Christ about to arrest Christ. He healed the brother or the man that got his ear chopped off. All of these things. Look how Christ moved in all the times of tribulation, right? Even look, he says through glory and dishonor, you gotta stay patient, stay on the right path. In bad report, good report. In all of these things, being regarded as an imposter, people saying we're not the real Jews and y'all black Israelites and all of this stuff. Known yet regarded as unknown, dying and yet we live on, beaten and yet not killed, sorrowful yet always rejoicing, poor yet making many rich, having nothing and yet possessing everything. Because we know ultimately this world is nothing. In the world to come is everything. And that's the thing that we hope and pray for by coming out here and showing y'all this message, showing y'all get on the straight and narrow path of believing in Hamashiach Yahawashi and live like this. If you're not living like this, you need to correct yourself. You need to fast and pray day in and day out, that the Most High pour out his spirit upon you to move like Christ moved, and moved how everyone else wisdom tells us how to move, man. Trust in God until the end, and Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for you. That's
right.
28.
That's through the spirits. I had that pulled up too.
That's
Go
right.
That's through the
ahead,
spirit.
King.
That's right.
Look at
Yeah.
Hold on. So
What
like,
is
yeah.
going
See, this
on in
comment,
that?
TJ said they whoever TJ is said the Most High saved him from a heart attack, man. So definitely, he definitely is just say you living proof, man. You just got to do whatever you need to do because he could have been gave you that to get your attention. You know what I mean? If you're a true believer, you got to do what you said. Like you said, be led by the Spirit, pick up your cross, deny yourself, man, and give God all the glory. Because if he got you here, it's definitely for a reason. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just you got to trust in the Lord with all things. You can bring yours out. Dom about to add you on right now, but he about to bring this out. And then he said he got a question about something with the topic.
Yeah, for sure. Just like the brothers are saying, I'm gonna make this quick. Like the brothers are saying, yo,
Shalom, y'all. Shalom.
Shalom. But like the brothers were saying, Yahawashi, Christ, he left us that perfect example, and we need to be trying to walk in those footsteps. We need to be trying to, follow the path that he was on, the humility and just the acceptance and that meekness that he had with the Most High. That's what we need to be doing. All right, this is the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 21. It says, "For even hereunto were ye called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye shall follow in his steps." So, and this is plain upon tables. We need to be following, Christ. The same way that he was with the Most High is the same way we need to be striving to be. That meekness and just humility with the Most High, like I said, right? And which just leads me to my next point. And what the brothers are saying, like, this is our life. This isn't just I'm gonna take it to an extreme. Like in the case that you do have to die for this truth, just understand that that's not the end. Like you are a representation of I always think about this. Like if we're in a situation like this and there are other Israelites around, and it's a time that the Most High is testing your faith, and he's putting death before you. It's like, are you gonna fold? Because then if you fold, who's to say that those brothers and sisters that's watching you go through that trial and affliction won't fold too? It's like we have to strive for the truth unto death, right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 10. And this is Yahawashi. It says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." Like I said, it's not the end if you die in this truth. If you die fighting for the Lord, you die standing in your integrity and your honor with the Most High intact, that's not the end. What he say? He says, "I will give thee a crown of life." You know what I'm saying? This is not just it might happen, or I don't know, man. Like, no, he said, "I will." Like, it's going to happen. So, and that's an honorable thing. You went out fighting for the Lord.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? What more could you ask for? And just to bring out that Sirach 4 and 28 that the brother Shah referenced, right? It says, "Strive for the truth unto death, and Yahawah shall fight for thee." So we ain't got nothing to worry about, man. Like this life, we understand this is nothing but a test. This life right now that we have is a test. Are you gonna stand on these laws, statutes, and commandments? Are you gonna stand on the truth, or are you gonna fold? But as a representative of the Most High, you know what I'm saying, you need to be striving. Hey, if it come down to it, I die about it. Because I know the Most High got me.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
I was gonna say, can y'all go back to Revelation 2 real quick and read that last one, 11. Yep.
His Revelations 2 and 11 says, "He that have an ear, let him hear what the Spirit say unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death."
Oh.
Right there. Y'all know the second death. That's the miss. That's World War III. That's all of that. Yep. You ain't gonna have to feel all this crazy.
Man.
I think somebody froze. Did I freeze?
Yeah, Tazian froze.
Okay. But yeah,
I'm freezing, but we at the end though. So I'm freezing, but Don, what's going on, man? Shalom to you, brother. You all right?
Shalom. What up, y'all? What up?
Shalom, King. Shalom.
Yeah,
Shalom.
I'm just listening in. You know what I mean? It's a good message for sure. You know, y'all boys stay in the spirit, man. my it ain't really no pushback, but more just to get further understanding of y'all's perspective of the crying out. You know what I'm saying? We know that John was prophesied to be the crying out, right? Y'all agree with that, right?
You talking about in the wilderness?
In the wilderness, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, I mean, just shit crying out to the people, just letting it be known. So, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I ain't trying to lay no snare, bro. This ain't one of those snares that, you know what I mean. I ain't trying to come up here to cause any but when it comes to that crying out with John, we see that it starts at chapter 40, and then it speaks about at 6:40 and Isaiah 40 and 6. It said the voice said, "Cry," and he said, "What shall I cry? All flesh is grass, goodliness, therefore is as the flower of the field. The grass wither, the flower fade, because the spirit of the Lord blow upon it. Surely the people is grass. The grass wither, the flower fade, but the word of our God shall stand forever." So this is the part I wanted to get to. At 9, it also shows us what you guys were saying, that, you know, Israel needs to make that cry out. You know what I mean? And it says, "O Zion, that bring good tidings, get thee up into the high mountain. O Jerusalem, that bring good tidings, lift up thy voice with strength, lift it up, be not afraid. Say unto the cities of Judah, behold your God. Behold, the Lord God will come with strong hand, and his arm shall rule for him. Behold, his reward is with him, and his work before him." So yeah, I agree with the whole, you know, crying out. But my point or my question starts with John and his crying out, because when we get to Matthew, right? We get to Matthew
Chapter 3.
Matthew 10. No. Matthew 11. Right? So at 11 and 11, I start at 10. "For this is he of whom it is written, Behold, I send my messenger before thy face, which shall prepare thy way before thee." Right? So this is kind of confirming that Isaiah 40. Then it goes on to say, "Verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there has not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he." Right? So referring to John. So when it comes to this least and the greatest, right? What is y'all perspective of crying and concern of those who are least in the kingdom? You get what I'm saying? Because we know the scriptures tell us that we are to be like little babes, right? I believe one of the verses say, I think it's First Corinthians 3:1. You are babes fed with milk, but you need that strong milk. I mean, you need that strong meat to be real teachers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we constantly see two types of people being saved. We see the least, who are going to be fed with the milk, and then we see the great. Or y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to see y'all position when it comes to just that those who are least in the kingdom will be counted greater than John, who is making the cry out in the wilderness.
I got an answer for you.
Yeah.
Really, how I see it. So when I look at that verse, like, because like John is so great over on this side, but that's just an example of how great the kingdom is going to be. So John is definitely going to be great as hell in the kingdom, like, because, you know, I mean, we don't know if he's going to be one of, you know, them 24 elders or the apostles, you know, but the work he did, they going to be up. But he's just saying that the kingdom of Israel, like when we get put in our, you know, in our rightful estate as being, you know, on that mountaintop, even the least people is just going to be recognized as him on that side. You get what I'm saying? They're going to be recognized as him. Even the least is going to be like John the Baptist was on this side, and we still saying his name thousands of years after he already came. So it's like in that analogy, not like they're gonna be greater than him in the kingdom, but the least in the kingdom is gonna be, they're gonna have fame, just like he did over here, like in that sense. Not like they're gonna be greater than John, because there's no way you doing no work and you're gonna be greater than John the Baptist, like in the kingdom of God.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got one thing to say. I don't believe that the least are going to be saved. I believe the least are going to be
born
coming from the loins of the greatest. So that's why they're going to be as great or greater than John in the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
And brother Kanye got the precept, because we know this is all kingdom connotation. So, and it tells us that the people that's breaking the commandments are not going to make it to the kingdom. Their physical body on this side is not going to see the kingdom. They have to be reborn in the new covenant to see the kingdom of God. And that's like what's that, Ezekiel 37 and Ezekiel 20, I believe it touched on that, where it say I will purge out the rebels from among you, and I will cause you to inherit the land and stuff like that. So those are the rebels, because they going against the word of God. We know the word of God is the law, statutes, commandments. Matthew 4:4 say, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God. So if you don't believe that, there's no way you make it into Christ's kingdom. But you can go ahead and bring out the precept.
That's right.
So
he was quoting the law. He was quoting the law on Matthew 4:4. That's Deuteronomy 8.
Yep. God, exactly.
Literally.
Slaki, what you said it was Ezekiel. What again, brother?
37 and 20.
What you talking about?
Where it say I will purge out? I was just quoting it. Where it say I will purge out from among you the rebels.
No, I think
bring us into the land and stuff like that.
No, I'm looking at this now. Hold on.
Or is that's bring them here and slay them before me? That's Luke, ain't it?
No, it said one in Ezekiel too, for sure.
Is it 30? It might be am I thinking about 20? I might be thinking about 20 and 37.
Yeah, it's 20 for sure.
20.
Yeah.
Yep, 20. Before we go into the kingdom for the Ark of the Covenant.
Yep.
Bond of the Covenant.
Bond of the Covenant. God. It might be 20.
Hey, y'all
38.
Yeah, 38.
But Woody started at 35. I mean, you get the whole point, but 38 is right to the point.
Yep. Y'all see my screen?
I'll read it.
But that do go with Luke 19, though. I literally precept it together.
No, it does. Most definitely. Yeah. All of it go together. Like the people getting the second death, the people in this, they all is part of the same people, the least of the kingdom, right? So Ezekiel 20 and 35, and this is, I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there will I plead with you face to face, like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. So will I plead with you, saith the Lord Yahawah, and I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant, and I will purge out from among you the rebels and them that transgress against me. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel. And you should know that I am Yahawah.
Are you saying those are the least in the kingdom? Those who are being purged out?
Yes, the least in the kingdom are the ones that's dying on this side, because they're not teaching men to keep the commandments nor keeping them.
So the 1/3 is the great.
Yes. People that make it to the kingdom, yes. And hold on, I'm gonna show you, right? Go back to Matthew 5 real quick.
Just to get some just to get it clarified, 144 are the 1/3.
I mean, you could kind of say, I would say they're a part of it, but it's
like
it's still a difference.
Yeah, they different from them.
So let me ask you this: do the 1/3 rather than the 144? Do the 1/3, are they to be made as a small child? Just like, you know what I'm saying? Are they also, you know what I'm saying, to be humble as a small child? Like, you know, those
over here?
No, I'm just saying in general, when it says, just going back to that whole John thing about, you know, this one who's least in the kingdom is greater than John, right? Are the 1/3 to be those who are, I guess,
the 1/3 is going to be the great in the kingdom.
Yeah, the great.
Yeah, they're going to be the great for sure. And that's women, children, and some men. You know, 144 is all men.
Yeah. So I'm going to read Matthew 5, right? Because it's going to show you how. It says, whosoever there shall break one of the least commandments and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. But whosoever shall do and teach them, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah.
So when he say this in verse 20, basically like you can't be a hypocrite. You cannot be doing the things that the Pharisees do. And we know what he told us. He said, don't do what the Pharisees, listen to what the Pharisees say and teach, but don't do what they do. Right. And he said, if your righteousness don't exceed that, you shall in no wise enter into the kingdom of heaven. So we know that hypocrites and liars and all of these things and wickedness cannot enter into the kingdom of heaven, because that's what the scribes and the Pharisees do. They're the ones he's talking about.
Yeah, and this fit the whole totality of the lesson, because we said you have to not only live like it, but teach it and do it together. You have to do the whole Shema. You have to teach and do. You have to walk in it and tell it like it is. You can't be a hypocrite and get in there. So it's over.
Well, right here. My pushback to that would be chapter 18 of Matthew, when it says
wait, Salakia, you said you got pushed back to thinking that somebody can make it into the kingdom and not being righteous, pretty much?
No, not to that particular point, but more to the point of those who are crying out will be the only ones who are saved in the the first, before the first or before the second death, right? I would push back and say that there are those, because we had this discussion before about the least and the greatest, and I was making the point that least is those who are fed with that milk, right? They don't have, hold on, but let me finish. Let me just land this plane real quick so you can just get where I'm coming from. Like, the least is basically those who's fed with the milk, but they not doing the crying out. The greatest in the kingdom are those who are doing the crying out, right? And I say that because at Matthew 18:5, or matter of fact, I'll start at 3. It said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is great in the kingdom of heaven. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name, receive me. So we see that those who are great in the kingdom are receiving these children, right? And this is like child in the sense of someone who is ignorant to the volume of the book, right? So it says, who shall receive one such little child in my name, receive me. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a milestone were hanged about his neck and that he would drown in the depth of the sea. So it's like, to me, it sounds like they are being saved. You know what I mean? With that 1/3.
I got a point.
Let me say something real quick.
I got some heat for you.
I'm with y'all. I'm following you, because y'all make some points, but listen, y'all understand where I'm going with it, right?
Listen, I think we say the same thing. Like, the greatest is the ones that's doing this as well. It's not like the 144, they're doing both, but the people that's still hearkening to the commandments and this out here chilling, that's the 1/3. That's what we saying. It's basically like these are going to be the same people getting saved along with the 144,000 in the greatest. Y'all will be great as well, because y'all listen to Christ and y'all sip the milk. You feel what I'm saying?
Right here.
The people that's disobeying it is the least. That's what we saying. So the greatest is the people that keep the commandments and believe on Christ. The least, regardless of what they doing, they don't got to be out here teaching on the highways or going live or doing all that.
That's my point. No, that's what my point. So look, I want to hit on that. I want to jump on. I'm about to alley-oop, right? So I think your only what the confusion is what you think crying out exactly mean, right? So look, Kanya, pull Ezekiel 9 for me. It's not just like you said, crying out like a person prophesying, but it's literally crying out to the Lord. You could be praying all the time, right? And just like crying out to the Lord for the atrocities that's done to their people. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna show you an example that it's not just people like, you know what I mean, like the 144,000 is the men that's going out that's doing all of it, right? But look who the Lord is saving right here in Ezekiel 9. Start at 4. Look what it said they're gonna be doing.
God. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9 and verse 4. And Yahawah said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for
That
all
do
the
what?
abominations.
That do what?
Sigh and cry for
Uh-huh.
all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
Uh-huh. Here they seeing all this stuff. They understand what's going on with our people. They believing, they calling on God at the end of the day. They ain't necessarily saying like they hitting the streets, but they literally signing crying. They understand who we are. They understand the book. Like you said, they on the milk, they doing what they supposed to do, but they understand that our people are in a bad state. And you can really go down to everybody else, to go down to what, like 6, I guess, or well, I mean, you could keep reading though. I'm just saying, keep reading on down.
Verse 5 says, And to the others he said in mine hearing.
So the people that's not signing crying, they not signing crying. What are you about to do to them?
Says, Go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maid and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary.
That's right.
Then
so,
they be
that's cold. That's
it. Yeah.
So right there.
So that's what you was asking about. We ain't saying that just the niggas on the street is going to be make it, but we understand that it's a hierarchy with even the elect. So it's like a elect and it's a elect, other elect. The 144,000 niggas that basically did everything, like they deserve that reward. Just like we use an example, like people like the apostles, they're gonna have to be way higher than everybody else. Like the ones that sit on that, like with the 24 elders, and then it said they're gonna sit on the thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. They're gonna have different ranking and different stuff too, because look what they did. All the apostles died for the Lord. They all died horrible deaths. So you know what I mean. In the sense, like when you see the greatest, it's just like because we're gonna be such a great people that everybody gonna be great.
Yeah, they won. They won in the game. They won.
That's it.
That's it. You gotta think about like Enoch, Adam, all of the Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. These are the great men, but it's still probably prophets we don't know about. You get what I mean?
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta just think about it like that. Like the Lord gonna come in. Anybody that come out of this world, America, Babylon the Great, like that's you are great if you come out of this place.
Hell
you know what I'm saying? If you overcome this place, you keep the commandments of God. You walk the walk of Christ. Like Timothy said, watching what you teach, watching all of this and that, you are great. You feel what I'm saying? And what us realizing that's why Matthew 18 say that, because we all have to be humble and we all have to understand that. Just because some brothers out here on the highways and byways each and every week or teaching live, that don't make us better than you. We all keeping the commandments of God. He just poured out more wisdom upon the brothers, but we all got our wisdom in some points. That's why I say neglect not the gift given unto you. You know what I mean?
And even to hit his point, because who was Christ talking to? If we go back to Matthew 7, it's gonna be the niggas, it's gonna be some niggas that's out on the that's teaching that's not gonna make it. Because them gonna be the people that's talking about, you know, I've done this and all this in your name, because they thinking that they are more. But like you said, we are all supposed to be the same. That's having that humble spirit, knowing that it's not us.
21. Yep, there you go.
Knowing that it's not us, it's him. He just poured more on us. But you know, with much is given, you know, much is, you know, I mean, you have to do more, but you're gonna receive more. But it's not us at the end of the day. It's not us. We can't say that we better than anybody because we know something, because we didn't do this on our own. And I'm like, just thinking like it's gonna be probably niggas that's out there, excuse my language, but that's out there teaching is gonna be ones that's saying this right here. And if you can read it, and then that's probably all I got for you.
Hey, I got one last one, just to land back off of it. But as soon as you bring that one out,
bet.
Yeah. All right. This book of Matthew, chapter 7, and verse 21 says, Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity.
See, that's gonna be people that know the name, that's doing some type of work. They gonna be stepping. The Lord's still not dealing with them because something not right. They said they ain't really doing the will. They damn near like Pharisees, because his brothers is probably behind that mic. You need to do this, and then they like that one dude. How we seen the dude they call King David that think he a teacher, but then he out here making Thanksgiving meals and doing everything, sacrificing idols, pork. everything, do it.
That was nuts.
That was like one of the most horrifying things I ever seen.
Talking about,
Go
talking
ahead,
about,
add your point.
talking about
What's going on with
Yahawah?
Shalom Cole? I ain't know my brother Cole. I did add him in here. He all quiet with his lady. I know my brother was at work though. It's all good. But you go ahead.
No, when you talk about Yahawah, it's a man. It's
No, it's a whole nother brother,
guy,
bro.
Oh, it's a
No,
different.
no, not Yahawah. I ain't know Yahawah was doing all that.
no.
No, they call Yahawah. He think he Yahawashi. I'm talking about this dude. They call him King David. This a fat dude. This nigga was over here. I cooked my.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. He like to eat pork.
Yeah, he got that pork demon on him bad. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Seen that.
Yeah. Shalom, Young Philly. I know who Young Philly is with Shalom, but go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Just the last one, just to wrap it up real quick. If y'all could be vague with your response. I know y'all done been up here for a little hot one. When it comes to the I believe it was Christ, he said to the apostles, he was like, don't you know that you will be on the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes? Y'all familiar? What verse is that?
I don't even. I'm not too familiar with it. I can keyword it.
I think that's
because when I was younger, and I would read that, I would always, and I didn't, I wasn't too caught up in
19,
28. Yeah, 19 and 20.
I know it was something around the 20s. What was you saying, Dominic?
When I was younger, like, when you first start reading the Bible, you read these verses as like face value. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you don't get or you ignore the context. I'm just saying, when I was young, that's, I would look at the scriptures for just face value or just a specific verse and not consider the rest of the context. And when I first read that verse, you will be the 12 that are judge. I always took it like, okay, this is for Israel, right? And then I came to realize, okay, he was talking to the apostles, saying that they will be on the gates, right? Because then I believe there's a precept that says that the apostles, write the apostles' names on specific gates, something to that degree. But
toward the patriarchs.
I know it's the Israelites. Yeah, the patriarchs. I don't know about the apostles, but it's definitely on the gates for sure. Yeah, it's like Revelation 21.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm still kind of like, at the same time, I'm like, okay, no way, hold on. This is still meaning that he's saying this. Christ was saying this to the apostles as a twofold. It was a double meaning. It was also to the children of Israel. Or how y'all feel about that?
What you mean?
Like, the children of Israel will be as the apostles who will be in these gates judging. Y'all got the verse where it said?
Yeah,
it's
I got it. Yeah.
20, Revelation 21. I don't know.
Nah, it's 19. It's right there.
Oh, this?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I think it's just them judging us.
You saying so the apostles gonna judge us? We not gonna be as the apostles joining them as judges?
I could kind of see that because like I was thinking about this earlier, and he got a good point. Because how the hell is the Israelites gonna be judged, like in a sense, when we not gonna be doing no sin in this sense? So I could see what he's saying. Israel
is Judgment Day. I believe it's Judgment Day.
Because I think Revelation 21, it actually do say them too in Revelation 21. I know it was the patriarchs, but it do say the apostles, bro.
Yeah, I believe it do say
it do.
21.
It just Revelation 21, bro. It do say it, bro. Damn. So it's not the gates, it's the foundations, but it say it. Look, go to Revelation 21, go to start at verse 12.
Yeah. All right, this book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 12. It says, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and the names written thereon were the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
Was that it? Was that it?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
Keep going. 13 says, on the east, 3 gates, on the north, 3 gates, and on the south, 3 gates, and on the west, 3 gates. And on the wall of the city, and the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
But this, I think this is not like a real place. Like, this is a spiritual. What's the name? If we read it, if you keep going down, it'll tell you.
Right here.
Yeah, like when you measure this, it's like a big ass place. You know what I mean?
Couple
Like,
hundred
keep
miles.
going down. I think it explained it. Keep going down.
I think it's
No,
right
it's
here.
gonna explain itself. It tell you it's not really a temple, because I think 22 would tell you. It's just them, like they're the foundation. It's telling you like he built it upon them. All right, so that's what it means. Like they're the foundation stones. Like, because he said we, you know what I mean, we are them pillars. Like, this is a building. We the temple.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Look, it tell you 20, 21, and 22. It kind of just say it. Well, you could look at 21, 21, then 22. You could bring it real.
Say, verse 21 it says, and the 12 gates were 12 pearls. Every several gate was of one pearl, Slakia. And the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass. And I saw no temple therein, for Yahawah power almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it.
There you go. Just saying.
Right.
God.
Hey, I mean, that's wait.
It's some deep shit though. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like certain stuff, we ain't even gonna get everything. Like, we giving you to the best of the wisdom that he gave us. The Most High ain't giving everybody everything though. You already know that.
Think, like, what was John even seeing? Like,
yeah, real talk.
Like, it's just like, this is where to get too deep. That's why I was like, I would take that Matthew 19 literal. Like, I believe the 12 disciples are going to be on the 12 thrones, judging us, walking us into the kingdom in our gates. You get them like that. Like, you go judge us, and then we go to the kingdom. Like,
I'm talking about before we get in. Well, if you say it that way, that makes perfect sense that way. Because I'm like, when we get in there, the hell we gonna be getting judged about? We ain't commit, but it makes sense. They'll be
on Judgment Day.
On Judgment Day. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Because who could be like, bring them hither and slay me? That means somebody got to be listening to Christ. Somebody got to be going to do it, and it's just a lot of stuff like Judgment Day, stuff like that.
Yep. Before you get in, so the 144 gonna be with them already.
Yep.
And
yeah. But
so wait, that's Revelations 21 and 12. What that say? If you could scroll down a little bit, so I can see that 12.
You said 12.
Scroll up.
Yeah. Where it say, having the glory of God and her light, and had a wall great and high, and he had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names were in therein, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. On the east 3 gates, and the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them the names of the 12 apostles. So to me, that just sounds like remembrance. That sounds like a memorial. It don't even, you know what I mean? Like,
it cool down to do sound like, I can see
it just sound more like a memorial, bro. And then if you go back to the joint in Matthew's, he making the point that the apostles will be with us judging. Like, again, the little ones ain't greater than John. I mean, the little ones are greater than John. And y'all made the point that they are synonymous, because the least and the great, or that you know what I'm saying, those who cry in prayer are similar to those who cry on them street corners. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
Hell yeah. Even the dead people that died, like you said, their blood is crying out. They spirit, because you know the soul is in the blood. So niggas, you gotta be crying out to God. Like, at the end of the day, that's why prayer is so important. That's crying out. When you hit your knees and be like, Lord, our people going through it. Lord, your believers, your people need you. That's crying out. It's still crying out. It's crying out.
Blood crying out. That's fire.
It is, bro. The blood, for real. But man, it's wonderful. Everybody's been on here. Please get our lights up. We supposed to have more lights than this. And y'all don't like what we bringing out, man. What's going on? Shalom to everybody that's here, man. Good questions tonight, Don. Real talk, Don. That was you made me think. That was some good. That was good.
Y'all had me thinking of time, man.
Oh, that was fire, bro. Good to hear from you. I know ain't seen you in a minute, man. But shalom, peace and blessings. Like I said, continue to make sure you praying and doing everything you can, crying out and telling we just say, like, in a sense, tell the people that you know close to you, whether you got friends or people you can call on. I ain't saying hit the street, whatever. You know what I mean? Because that's not everybody a lot. But if you got people around you, even get your house in order, your friends or people that you know, like, we should be doing this, bro. We should be seeking God right now. and then cry out to the Lord, and shit, the same way in that way.
I
Prayer
cry.
is so important.
I like to do my cry through music. The Most High, Christ ain't really put it on my spirit to hit them corners yet. But
hey, whatever case, let your light shine, as he said, in a lot of different ways. You gotta let your light shine, and that's it for real, man. But
hey,
yeah,
man,
it's been real.
Shalom, yo.
Oh yeah, shalom, peace and blessings. Yeah, shalom to everybody. Hope y'all was edified tonight, man. Cole, you got anything? You can say one thing, man. Is you there, brother? Before we get up out of here.
No, I'm here, man. Brothers in the spirit. For a minute, I didn't know what the brother Don point was for a second, but he elaborated it.
Yeah, it was all good. I ain't gonna lie, where you was going at first too, and then you brought out. Okay.
I didn't know where he was going. But no, man, I just want to say
you know how down, man. We got some history with down, man. That's my people, man.
Yeah.
Shalom. Everybody that's here. Hope y'all was edified, man. This been a couple, but I ain't gonna lie, like all of them really about to be like this. I just feel so good, like we just on this spiritual high right now, man. The Lord is moving, He's working, and the water, Yahawashi and Yahawashi for using us to do your good and perfect will, man. Yahawah's the perfect planner. Say it like definitely. Yahawah's the perfect planner. You know what I'm saying? For real though.
No real shit. All praises to Yahawah. You know what I'm saying? Because he created us onto these good works. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, we continue in them and we be counted worthy to see that salvation, because that's the ultimate goal. You know what I'm saying? We trying to draw close to God, and Lord willing, we make it. That's our faith and that's our strength. And that's what's gonna carry us through it. You know what I'm saying? But like the brother said, these live classes been fire, man. Been real fire. They guided by the Most High.
They have been, man. So, without further ado, man, shout out to everybody that's been here. Hope you were edified. Hope you took notes. Lord willing, we'll be back again. Like I said, it's every Tuesday and Thursday. So put the bell on, subscribe, get them notifications so you can be active. The next time our next live class will be October 22nd. That's on a Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Here as always, being led through the spirit and power. How about sharing Yahawashi, man? So come with your questions, come with concerns, come with Bible verses, come and show some love, man, to my fellow law keepers and believers. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. So I would like to say, call halal, Yahawah, Bashim Yahawashi. Say shalom, Israel. Shalom, everybody.
Shalom, family.
Shalom.